Hello guys, good morning. So today's video I'm going to be talking about 5 things that shocked me after giving birth. I need to put a caveat here because every day comes with a new type of shock. Until now I'm still getting shocked by the things I'm discovering. But today is just going to be 5 things. Maybe I could make this a series of some sort. But yeah, we'll just talk about 5 things today. Number one thing that shocked me was breastfeeding. Breastfeeding equals pain. And during my antenatal classes, I was taught that, breastfeeding is a bonding time for you and your baby. So as you're breastfeeding, I was taught how to hold the baby while breastfeeding and, to look at the baby's eyes, maintain eye contact while breastfeeding and talk to the baby and all of that. But for weeks after I gave birth and started breastfeeding, for weeks I was in constant pain. So basically, as the baby is eating, I'm in pain. My lower abdomen was just cramping up so bad and my boobs were hurting. As the baby is eating, I'm basically crying, literally, because of so much pain. Now, medically speaking, it says that as a baby is breastfeeding, the uterus is actually going back to its normal position. So that's what the pain is about. But aside from that, man, pain. Another sort of pain or another type of pain was cracked nipples and sore nipples. I had wounds. In fact, even as at last month, I had cracked nipples. Yeah, guys, it's quite, I don't know. I'm still in shock, actually. I have no comments for that. So I had to treat my nipples. Now, no one also told me that if your boobs are too full, it hurts like hell. For example, if the baby oversleeps and, the milk keeps producing, obviously, your boobs become so engorged that it hurts and gives you fever. And you're basically sick if your boobs are too full. This has happened to me so many times, still happening to me now, especially when I have to go into work because I work mostly remotely, but once a month I go into the office. I go with a breast pump, obviously. The first day, guys, I went into office, I didn't go with the breast pump. I'm like, oh no, this is quick in, quick out. Besides, I fed the baby right before I left the house. Guys, I almost died. Thank God I went with extra breast pads. Like the inner wear, I was wearing an inner, was completely soaked. Anyway, that's another gist. Another type of pain, blocked milk duct. So there's a time that my boobs were full, the baby was eating, nothing was coming out because something was blocked. Something blocked there, man. I don't know how it happened, but something blocked. Guys, I used breast pump to try to pump that thing out. Nothing happened. Luckily, I was advised to use hot water. You just, put a hot towel, literally, on the boob, put Vaseline to pop up. Pop open, rather. And man, that's what happened though. I did that thing, it popped open. No one ever told me that cloggage could ever happen. But yeah, that shocked me. What else shocked me? Yeah, that's that for that when it comes to breastfeeding. The second thing that shocked me was the situation down there. Remember I gisted you guys that I had a cut. They had to cut me. down there, so it took a while to heal. And the stitches that they used was this type of stitch that absorbs into the body, so I didn't need to go back to get the stitches taken out. The thing just healed on its own, but it took a while. Even now I'm talking to you, I know this is too much information, but I can still feel the stitch line down there. And now let's talk about, since we're down there, let's talk about bleeding. Yeah, no one told, well, someone told me, people told me, the internet told me that I'll be bleeding for at least 6 weeks after birth. My dears, I bled for up to 3 months, if not more, after birth. Yep, I've consumed a lot of sanitary pads, I've consumed a lot of panty liners, man. No one told me that it could last that long. I was even beginning to think I was abnormal, because I even had to go to the hospital and talk to someone about this. They're like, oh no, people bleed more than 6 weeks. It's quite normal to see people bleeding for months after delivery. Yeah, guys, I was one of them. That really shocked me. And it takes a while, especially when you have a wound down there. It takes a while to actually, get back to normal. I couldn't look down there for a while. Yep, too much information. Let's move forward. The third thing that shocked me is sleep. Yeah, sleep. This thing that you hear people say, oh, make sure you rest when the baby is sleeping. Just rest, okay? Just everything can wait. Just rest, you need it and all of that. You can't rest when the baby is sleeping, because you have work, you have other things to do. So it's unrealistic. Don't even try to advise somebody to rest when their baby is resting, because they're adults, they have a life. Okay, all right. I really downplay the importance of sleep. Sleep is really important. I feel so rejuvenated anytime I take like a 30 minutes power nap, uninterrupted, deep sleep. Gosh, when I wake up, I'm ready to go for weeks. Yeah, sleep is really underrated, and it's really helpful if maybe you visit a new mother, or you visit a mom or a dad with kids, and you just take those kids off them and give them the opportunity to sleep without noise. It's not this type of thing that my husband does this a lot. He will tell me to sleep, but I can still hear the baby crying. How would that help me sleep? Please don't tell him I called him out on this video. But uninterrupted quiet time to sleep really help a very tired parent this period. The fourth thing that shocked me was emotions and confusion, really. Now, I was confused as to what to do with the child and how to keep this child alive. I know I'm not the one personally that keeps the child alive, but you have someone, a little tiny person that doesn't talk, and you are given the responsibility to make sure that this tiny person is all right and is out of harm's way. So you just need to predict, okay, the baby could be cold now, let's cover the baby. The baby could be hot. Oh, maybe this cry, maybe the baby is hungry, or maybe the baby is wet. You just have to guess everything. And it really put me in a lot of confusion. I couldn't control anything. The baby was the one controlling me most of the time. There was really a lot of confusion. And also when it comes to personal, like as a person, I was also facing a lot of confusion when it comes to, oh my goodness, this baby is going to trap me. There are a lot of things I can't be able to accomplish. I am not 100% myself. My energy level is not going to be 100%. There are a lot of areas in my life that I need to slack more to be more present in this new area, so there's really, there was, and maybe there is still a lot of confusion in that area, which I'm obviously trying to navigate as time goes on. Since we're also talking about emotions, I actually found out that writing down how I felt per time really helped me navigate through that emotional mumbo jumbo. Yeah, I had to use a diary to write out how I really felt and how I would like to feel, and the steps I am taking to make sure that I feel the way I want to feel. So yeah, I'll be dropping a link down below just in case you want to get a postpartum journal, or you want to gift a new mom a postpartum journal so that they can be able to navigate their emotions after birth, because I can't overemphasize how important being on top of your emotions is. More on emotions, man, I was still an emotional wreck because sometimes I cried, I was overwhelmed, I was tired, and those are really feelings that I hate in this my baby girl life. I just don't like feeling tired. I don't like feeling overwhelmed. So sometimes I really need breaks. I really need to take breaks, and thank God for all the support that I had giving birth. These people actually made it a little bit easier for me, to navigate all of that. That is the number 4 thing when it comes to things that shocked me or are still shocking me. The number 5, which is going to be the last for today, is the status of my body. Before getting pregnant, I used to have this flat tummy, I used to look good as per my body was set. But after giving birth, I noticed that my stomach didn't go back to what it used to be before. I was still looking very much pregnant. So all these things that we see, celebrities and Instagram baddies, they come out 1 week, 2 weeks after giving birth and they are back to normal. It didn't happen to me at all. Now I'm saying all this as per I haven't done any exercises. Even till now, I haven't exercised because, as you must know, I'm always tired. And I know you would think that, okay, it's an excuse. You always have time for things you have time for, or you want to achieve. You have time, you make time. I don't care. I don't need to explain myself to you as to why I haven't exercised. Anyway, I haven't exercised yet, but I've noticed that as weeks and months went by, my stomach was going in on its own. Even when I went for my postnatal check, the first check, I think that was like 6 weeks after birth, the doctors even had to check if your uterus is, going back. Even when you're in the hospital still, a day or so after giving birth, those are one of the things that they check, if your uterus is going back to its original position. So what makes that stomach look that way is because your uterus is still where it hasn't gone back. And then of course, stomach stretched in such a way that it hasn't been stretched before. So be kind to your stomach. It did not stretch in a day, so you don't expect it to stretch back in 1 day. So I'm really being kind to myself these days. We're getting there. That's actually one of the major things that shocked me, and the fact that I think I'm even adding more weight than when I was pregnant, because I'm eating a lot and the baby's also eating from me and all of that. So these days I've let my body go. Not in the sense that you say, okay, you've let yourself go after pregnancy. No, I'm giving my body grace and mercy and kindness, for Christ's sakes, because it has gone through a lot. And maybe when I'm 100% myself, which I doubt I'll ever be, I think I will be. Anyway, I don't know at this point. As you can see, is uncharted territories for me. So that is that for the 5 things that shocked me or are still shocking me since after giving birth and being a first-time mom. I'll probably do more videos about more things shocking me throughout this whole process. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day and thanks for watching.